Well, look at me with my little wagon. This garden cart my wife actually found at the thrift store, and it is a great way to move compost. Now, before we get working, I want to show you the lilies and how to get a bargain on them. Follow me. So last year, I bought everything the nursery had that looked like this. These are lilies, and they have stopped blooming. They are hard to sell because you don't see any flowers. If you want to know what it looks like, just look right at the tag. It'll tell you how big it's going to get, but I had no idea how beautiful Elena was going to be. Look at those double flowers, and if you were here, oh, we are bathed in this wonderful fragrance. This is Stargazer. I've got some white ones here. Part of gardening is being patient, getting a deal, waiting a whole year for it to bloom, but I am going to fill this garden with lilies like this. I'm giving you fair warning. Go to the nursery, get a deal, buy something like this, or I am going to scoop them all up, and they're going to be everywhere. All right, we've got a great job today. We're picking garlic. Follow me. Well, it's about time to harvest garlic. The greens are starting to turn brown. I like to do it on a day that it hasn't rained, which has been hard to find, and I've talked to some other garlic friends. They have been picking theirs, and in this nice soil, they come right out. You might have to get a fork and dig them out. Those aren't bad as far as the size, and we would rather get them earlier than later. If we go too late, this white sheath starts to kind of split apart. They don't store quite as well. These look right about where they should be. And the next step for this, when we're done harvesting, we're just going to hang these in a warm, dry place for 3 weeks. They will cure, and they will last most of the winter. Now, if you only have 20 heads, you don't have to do the curing. But when you got 100 or 200 or maybe even more, like this garden, we want to cure them because we want to have our garden garlic for as long as possible. And as soon as we harvest garlic, we're going to put something right in its place. That's a little one. We'll still eat it. Well, that's one bed harvested. We've got a few more to do. They're not quite ready, I don't think, but I'll pull one or two, take a look. Now, the other thing that makes these last longer through the winter is leaving the greens on, and that's what I'm always doing. So we're going to send these off to cure and then hopefully be able to enjoy them all winter long. We're going to prepare the bed the garlic was in to put beans in right away. Well, always adding a little compost, although this bed, I really improved it for the garlic last year, but the beans are going to like this, that's for sure. And we're just going to use the same mulch that was on top of the garlic. It's kind of tired, but just put a thin layer on. That stuff looks good, huh? I'm going to put one more bag on. This is an heirloom called Tender Green Improved. It's one of the varieties I sent out to my Seed of the Month Club members. And we'll just throw some seeds out. Probably won't even use this whole packet. We can save that for the next garlic bed, but there's still plenty of time for bush beans to come to fruition, as long as there's no rabbit around in here. They love bush beans. We did use the whole packet. All right, I'm gonna push them in, put some water down on here, and move on to the next thing. I have a thin layer of straw on here just to keep the soil evenly moist. When the beans sprout, they'll come right through it, and this will also keep weeds down for the rest of the summer and keep the soil evenly moist. Well, here's part one of my favorite weeds. This is called jewelweed. It's actually a type of impatient, and it is a great pollinator plant. I leave a few on the edge of the garden just because the bees love it. So with all the warm weather, all the rain, mosquitoes have been an issue. Mostly the larvae in standing water, but there is larvae swimming around in this fountain. And an organic control are called mosquito dunks. They use something called BT to deal with the larvae, and absolutely safe. I'm going to put some right in here where Max is drinking, believe it or not, and it won't affect him in any way, but it's the mosquito larvae we're after. And we're trying to do it in a safe, responsible way, and that's what these mosquito dunks do. All right, let's finish up. This time of the year, enjoy your garden. You put a lot of hard work into it. Don't finish up, though. There's still time to plant, right? Now, check me out online. Lots of great gardening information there. How to join my Seed of the Month Club. Until next week, plenty to do, but I just might sit out there and just enjoy the day. What do you think? We'll see you then. What happened?
There's a spider on my... I don't like spiders. Especially ones like that. And I was rolling, so I can hear myself freak out later.
That'll be a good outtake, Jess.